we can take.
The
The
gay
16 personality test.
No, well, Meredith has to be a part of that one. That's her,
Yeah.
like...
Isn't there like an
that's
IQ test you can take online?
We're not taking an IQ test.
I
There's,
feel like we should.
There's
I feel like we should.
I do not want to put publicly out there that I have the lowest IQ.
There's the,
It's not even possible.
like there's some, Winnie the Pooh is like based on something so you can figure out how like autistic you are and how ADHD you are. It's like Pooh personality. It's the dumbest thing I ever heard. It makes no sense.
How autistic you are?
Yeah, like how much
I've
autism.
taken that test and I scored 3 points below par.
Before we get into it,
Yes.
last night we were
sir.
playing basketball,
Yeah.
and Carl Tweed goes, "Man, that was a high Q defensive play there. That's like an IQ of 100. I went, "Carl, 100 is literally the average. 100 is literally middle of the road." Have we officially started, though?
Okay, we will.
Have we?
I feel like we had some good stuff right there, but
We did.
Instapot.
Yeah, I mean, I can put stuff in the beginning before the...
Yeah, but I like just
Instapot.
having it. It doesn't. We don't have to have like we put in a box every time. Oh, look at us. Welcome back to the Calm Down It's Fine podcast. Obviously, you've been watching for a few seconds. We are the professionals at doing stuff before we're ready.
Yeah, we
Starting a podcast before we're ready.
Professional is a
Doing
strong
episode 1 before we're ready.
Yep.
Yeah, we were.
done-
Recording video before we were ready.
Yep.
Sitting down on the couch without booms,
I was ready for that though.
without box. We don't even have boxes now.
We don't need them.
So if you're
I have
watching
no
on
regret.
if you're watching on the
No.
YouTube,
It's great.
chilling. You're watching 44 episodes
And Harry's finally comfy.
took us to get to this couch.
Yep.
Um,
Wow.
sit back. If you're driving, don't do that. Just
Stop driving.
keep driving. Enjoy
Stop.
this episode of the
Calm down. It's high.
podcast.
Cast.
Yeah. All right.
We should come up with our own like TV shows like an intro in the beginning. They had like the theme song and then like the video you introduce all the characters.
You mean like the red button that we hit that plays a song?
No, for like video. Like
We tried to get Annie to. Listen to this.
No. I meant like,
I sent Annie a text.
like Monk. You
with
go,
the
like,
link.
The beginning of Monk, it shows you have Monk doing whatever, and then it's like it shows the different characters. We need to do that for all of us,
Like an office.
or like Full
intro?
House. Yeah, kind of like or something. Like the Full House, they're all in the yard, they're playing, it's happy.
I 100% want to make like an intro video.
That's what
of like
that's
a
what I'm saying.
old 90s sitcom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are more than
We
welcome
need to do like
that.
Well, I'd have to get video footage of us.
like in West Philadelphia. That's what we need.
Oh, we should recreate like the playground.
Oh my gosh, that would be so funny.
That would
That's
be
a
pretty
show,
funny.
West Philadelphia.
No.
Fresh
Fresh
Prince of
Prince.
Bel-Air.
Yeah.
West Philadelphia,
Will
born
Smith.
and raised.
So we have our mics and we're just holding them like animals.
Stop.
Professionals.
Dude, we're animals.
No, you hold
Talking
mics
me.
on
We
a
have-
regular basis.
Dude, we
We
have
have
mics with the
thumbs.
stands
We have
unscrewed
thumbs.
from them.
Amen.
Maybe instead of boom stands,
Mm-hmm.
we'll all buy like
A headgear.
lapels
Well, I mentioned that to that boy earlier.
to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lapels, I still have to plug them into this board.
Yeah, but it'd be wireless.
it'd be cool,
So
you know?
Just
How do we hook them up to that?
wow, where there's a will.
Yeah. With
You think you can hit 4 Bluetooth devices up to that?
Bro, if I
Absolutely.
Really?
More people
Yeah.
subscribe. Yeah.
You can Bluetooth to anything you want to Bluetooth.
We can
Yeah.
make that thing fly.
Well,
I mean, each lapel would
No,
just
no,
go
no.
to a
Well,
different channel, and there's 4
all
channels.
you'd really have to do as far as audio is concerned I would like just put like if you could do this to like a Bluetooth or like an audio jack. They make Bluetooth receivers. I don't know. There'd be a way to do it.
Well, how about
How about you make it? That's
How about-
and get rich off
since
of
you've
startup
researched
podcasts.
so much for this podcast in the last 44 episodes,
Always.
why don't you bring some research and figure that out?
Stop telling me what to do.
Why don't you do it?
I mean,
I'm looking
Oh, boy.
if you got lapels, it's just the same thing as a wireless mic. It would plug into the channel.
Yeah.
We have 4.
We have 4 channels, so you'd have to just plug something into. I don't know, dude. I don't know. My brain has already reached its max capacity of
That's
how
right.
to do a
We
podcast.
need more wires anyway, so
I think it would become.
I feel like it would
We're a few
reduce
short. I feel
cable
like.
management.
No, I'm all about it. I just don't. This is foreign to me. The
it
fact that
works.
the fact that
It
I
ain't broke, don't
You have
fix
to
it.
get the Rode Wireless Go 2 dual channel wireless microphone system.
How much is that?
Expensive.
Sounds
They
expensive.
are expensive.
Convert it into subscriptions.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
wire.
How many
these-
subscriptions?
How many,
Huh?
how many 99 cents?
If we get 200 of the $70 a month subscriptions,
And remind you,
It'll be
this
worth
is
it.
all for our continued
all for the
comfort.
continuation
the
Continued
of our
journey of
comfort.
us finding comfort.
You guys have nothing but comfort right now.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
It
Absolutely.
won't improve in content, but it
We-
might improve
we could
not having to see
sit
people.
on the
Yeah.
couch. We could just bypass buying a $40 boom that does exactly what we need, or we could have 3. Doesn't even come in a pack of 4. Whatever these things are for $299.
Is this how we break the news to David? I'm just,
Sorry, David, you've been voted off the island. Can we get a wah wah?
Wah, wah.
Woo! In it for life.
Oh man.
Which button is it?
Oh, it's
I don't
blue,
know. We
light
cha-
blue.
we changed tables, so I'm looking at it not
Oh,
backwards.
it's
green.
green. Green's wah wah.
Join the party. Join the party.
Oh man. Well,
All right,
Well, sorry.
I guess we're not
Now,
buying those.
Oh, celebration of wah wah across from each other.
did you hear that? The sound my
I will
phone made
know
when it
that.
hit my quad.
mm.
Yeah.
like a
Yellow
tree
good,
falling
green
over.
sick. I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know.
Try and make these mics not sound like. Also, Harrison's nose. I wonder. it's a. That sounded. Zoom in.
Bro, I'm crushing. I'm not making any noises.
You're not at all. Nothing that would
Even when I go-
matter.
even when I go like this.
Even when you speak,
How many?
no one's listening.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, how was everyone's Sunday?
It was amazing. My second favorite preacher in the whole wide world was preaching yesterday. This guy,
I wasn't there.
look at him.
You're a fool.
I'm not. Anyway,
Who's your
it was
first?
really good.
Joel
My-
Osteen,
huh? Yeah. Have you heard that guy? He knows how to get rich, bro.
Joy Meyer.
Yeah.
To get rich.
Yeah. No. It was
Yes,
really good.
Slippers.
Cameron last night he preached on like going out and being he started with the Romans Road and how like Jesus' last charge was
You got saved.
I got saved 4 times. So like I'm really,
In as
That's
many,
a long
in
message.
as many hours.
That's a long message.
it was good.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm glad he finished.
Or not.
Now people are like, what did he preach?
a complete thought.
Dad had his dad had
He had
hernia.
his-
I was speaking then, so if you want to tag team and us.
So in
both
case you
speak
guys are
together,
wondering,
Let's do
Brother Gary
every
had a hernia.
Let's do every other word. You say a word, I'll say a word, and then we
brother,
Pastor
pastor,
Gary
Manarazi,
had
hernia,
surgery,
and
lip.
Injections?
Yeah.
hip.
No, lip. I was trying to throw him off.
So see if we get to a finish thing here. Had surgery,
On his,
hernia,
in his
belly.
gut. I don't know.
Yeah, well, let's not get too specific. All right. So then,
Sorry.
what happened? What are we getting to? Here, keep
I don't
going.
know.
Keep going.
And he.
No,
we
it's
just-
2 words.
Okay, I
Say-
said one. And
I
had
to
preach.
because
He
was
to.
He was 2. TOO. He was 2
okay.
Yeah.
He was too.
unwell or painful.
Sore?
That's what I was.
Sore.
Yeah,
High.
there we go.
He was too
high.
sore
To
preach
the
services.
Gospels.
Services gospels.
Well,
Hey, you know what? We got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
yeah, there.
And
So yeah, I did, and I
did.
all
It was really
The
funny.
preaching.
I was trying to get him to say that he did a great job.
No.
I did all the. I thought he was gonna say work. I did all the work.
No, I did the preaching. Anyways, so we had a
This
good
is-
Sunday for what?
That's
I
a
could do.
podcast.
It was good. Anyways,
Let's
Harry.
just all say a word.
We had.
To
Sorry, I'm only
Yeah.
gonna do it with David. David wasn't even there, but he's gonna try to think of it.
all right. I'm still trying to figure out this microphone thing.
service was good. We had Sunday morning. We had Sunday afternoon. We started a afternoon program. We had an afternoon program, but it was 1 hour for the bus teens and kids who ride the buses. So it was more, and now we started this week a discipleship program. So services start in the afternoon for them around like 2. So they'll go from 2 to 3, go home, and evening service is 5:30 to like, 7:30ish. So now they're going to do a discipleship time just because 1 hour is very hard to have somebody grow spiritually as far as all the stuff they're facing, public school, health, home situations. It's very hard to, make a difference in 1 hour. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. So we were able to have 3 of the teens from the bus stay through to the night service. They'll stay through night service. They started having like these binders and core or whatever programs that they're going through. So it was a good time. And hopefully they'll grow. They said they were excited. They want to keep coming out.
Awesome, man.
So trying to find that balance of, making it an exciting time. And they've been out to camp before, but also, okay, let's get to the next step as well. And they're in 8th grade, so they still have time and, make dumb decisions. Yeah, but hopefully they can grow. Evening service went well. They had a baby dedication, baptism, and then Brother Andrew, they had his like send off as far as his last Sunday. So he'll be going to Liberty Baptist Church in Kensington, Philly, and exciting stuff. So it was really good to hear their testimony between Andrew and Amanda, who is your cousin-in-law. Yeah. And then just a testimony of how God brought them together, what God's doing in their life, and what God's going to do.
Exciting.
That guy benched 500 pounds at one point.
Andrew?
Uh-huh.
I believe he's huge.
500 pounds.
Yeah. I remember when I first did that.
Light work.
I remember when I benched 500
Who's going to carry the boats?
Yeah.
Well, Harry,
They have a wired.
your service
mic
sounds a lot better than whatever just happened here
Yeah.
with our service.
We had Jeremiah Buckland yesterday.
Brother Buckland to you.
We had BB.
Brother Buckland to you.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, we had him all day yesterday. He did the morning service and the night service.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it was good. In the morning, he preached on people who are more concerned with what God can do for them or give them rather than who he is. He was talking about how
phone.
I was looking for the mics, man.
and how the children of Israel were more focused on being in the promised land rather than they were the God who got them out of Egypt. And it was pretty good. And then Sunday night he preached on the roots of problems in your life and how you got to get the roots out in order to if you just take care of surface stuff, it's not.
Don't even try to explain the message I preached. You've never explained one.
It's funny when he tries though.
He was my favorite. Get a good job, and he got.
He had a good. I was gonna say
I
that
don't
he
know.
had a good root message.
Are you sure? Can you explain one thing from it?
Well, he tore up his yard.
That's what Jeremiah did.
Did he?
Yeah, he said he gave this illustration about how they found a
I'd
root.
say-
I think I actually preached. So I went to
Literally-
Brother Sampson's church, and Jeremiah Buckland was in the service. So I preached. I brought sod from my yard.
This
he
guy's
didn't
a
do that.
cheater.
Okay.
No, he
Let's
didn't
say
do
I
that.
brought
He was-
sod from my yard, and
He brought-
pulled up sod that hadn't taken root yet.
Let him Baptist borrow the illustration.
Hey man,
Just
what is it?
saying.
Gary Lutrick? What is it? Gary
was so
Lutrick
good.
says all the time. He goes,
Happens.
"The Lord gave me that message. He just gave it to me through another preacher."
Yes.
Dude, it happens.
No, he was talking about how they had like a birthday party and they had like a slip and slide, and the kids were going down the slip and slide, and because of all the water and the kids running through the yard, it like basically
Killed the grass.
Well, that I'm sure, but the mud was like sliding off, and then like a root began to show, and then like kids were like tripping on it.
It's their problem.
Yeah.
It's like, on second thought, leave it.
You know what?
Just bumping the slip and
But no,
slide.
it was it was a
That's
good
thing.
That's
Spicy.
painful, dude.
That's
It was a good time.
worst.
It was a good time. And then we play
Um,
basketball like we do every
So we're all staying at the
Sunday night.
TV. So
Yeah.
for those who are watching,
We're
we have
super
the
professional now.
screen played, air played, whatever, moving the
Oh, I can read it.
Who is this?
I can't. I don't have my glasses on, so don't ask me to read a bunch of emails or else
That's
it's like,
I'm sending
my
my
glasses.
first bit of hate mail.
Huh?
Whoever this is.
Don't read it
all
yet.
right, we have
That's all right.
Cam's
You don't even know who
Gmail.
this is.
No.
It's not
Um,
Cam. This is the podcast email, you fool.
So Cam's Gmail.
You good, baby? My wife's
Oh.
pregnant, for those who didn't know.
Back
Haters.
to
For those who
Doing
didn't
Really?
know. If you're new to the podcast,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's just got a beer gut.
what is wrong with
That's what
you?
happens when gluten
I'm
hits.
sorry, Kay. That was
Gluten
uncalled for.
hits. The gluten's hitting hard right now.
That disrespectful.
yeah.
That's why Cam stays
I'd
off
like
that
to
stuff.
clear my name. I'd like to clear my name.
You clear your
Cam-
name.
Don't
Cam-
touch it. I don't touch the stuff.
Cam preached on being a witness and a testimony to it doesn't matter.
This yesterday?
Yesterday, last
Oh,
night.
'cause you
Yeah.
said like 3 messages Cam preached.
Yeah, where's this going?
Well, the end
Oh,
last
this
night.
podcast.
Last night.
what is happening?
There's no excuse. Be a witness.
Okay.
You have ample opportunities to witness to people.
What are you clearing
And if
your
you
name
want to
for?
witness to people, then pray about it. God will give you somebody.
Well, heads bowed, eyes closed.
All right.
That's right.
What Dustin's
Take
trying
us
to say.
out, Cam. Take us out.
No one's letting me explain myself.
Dustin,
We gave you the opportunity.
everybody be quiet.
If you're looking for opportunity, you will find opportunity to witness to people and to give them the gospel, even if they don't take it. You can give. There's tracts. You have options.
Yeah. What were the passages of scripture I walked through?
We did the Romans Road. You started. It was. I can't remember the exact. I wrote it down, but it was. Yes.
Question. You said you wanted to clear your name, and I'm trying to figure out.
How did that segue from gluten?
Bear gut to
Gluten.
clear my name.
I
Secondly,
missed the gluten part. Sorry.
secondly, this is a funny thing that happened at Youth Ablaze. Cameron preached.
That was.
Yeah, it was premature there.
Sorry.
but we're getting there.
No. That was the.
It was on
point.
credit. It was
The-
on credit. So
the-
Cameron
no.
preached.
The
at
funny
Youth
thing was
Ablaze
that Cameron
and preached a very good message.
He did.
Thanks,
Preached a
David.
very good message.
20 minutes.
The funny part.
18.
The funny part is Cameron preached this really good message about the alabaster box, and he goes and he sits down, and then Mark Stroud gets up and preaches Cam's message better than Cam preached it.
In
That's how
like
it works.
2 minutes.
Bro, it was so funny. He was like, he even said, that's a good message. I'm going to take that
Yeah.
and preach it. And then proceeded to like
Can you do that?
alliterate Cam's message. He was like, she broke her box and he broke his neck. You can
She's remembered for for what she gave, and he's remembered for, what
his
he
grave.
gave.
Yeah.
For his grave.
For his grave. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I was like, Cam, I think you have to fight Mark Stroud now.
Yeah.
that was
He
funny.
could totally win. Look at that.
I think
guy.
you win.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
listen, that guy.
He's the Mog.
If I had guessed 49.
What? The ministry
Can you
will seemingly aid you.
Not Eddie Wyatt, apparently.
No. You're right.
Because apparently Eddie Wyatt's like 130, and he looks
He looks
like he's
It
50.
looks like he's 21.
He does. All right. Let's say.
He did the.
There might be like 2 in there. I don't know.
What are you doing? What?
I'm just waiting until they're
I don't know
gone.
where we're
I'll
going
put
now.
all the sour stuff in there.
I don't know. We're going to the moon, man.
Going to the moon?
I guess
I did do adult Sunday school.
he did.
Did you?
I did on why Christians
Cam, we
shouldn't
get
drink
it.
alcohol.
You preached. Okay.
That's really good.
get
We
it.
get
You're
it.
successful.
We get it. You preached 5 times.
Yeah.
I hadn't said one thing about it. Actually, though, the topic of alcohol was actually really interesting.
Mm.
Not the topic,
Are
but
you a
it's going
weekend
around.
drinker or more like a daily?
Social. It's a social
It's a
thing.
social
dinner,
thing.
dinner
You know.
venues.
No, it's really
Glass of wine with his pasta. You know how it is.
capasa. No, it's actually going around right now, really big.
Yeah.
And even our movement, like Independent Baptists, are
Drinking?
saying it's okay to drink.
Yeah.
So there was some.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, it's big right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of like
It comes and goes.
your
Call him
other.
out. Call him out right now and
By
just
name.
bleep him in post.
Yeah.
I might bleep them. I might not.
I'm not gonna call him.
Give me a name. I want names.
I'm not
Just,
giving any
just
names.
subtweet
All right,
him out
write
on
it
Twitter.
down.
Give
On
me
a
a
list.
Give me a whisper.
And give me the list.
I don't know
Lip
really any of these people personally,
lip mouth it.
like who were like.
Don't
It's not
actually
like
do
my
that,
friends.
Cam. That's shallow.
Huh?
That's shallow. Don't
What do you
actually
think?
do it.
I'm not doing it.
I don't think he was going.
What are you talking
He
about?
prematurely.
I'm saying it's not like people I.
He prematurely rebuked
For a
you.
split second, it felt like you were thinking about it.
No, I
You're
wasn't.
like, no,
at all.
listen, I don't know any of these people, personally.
Tell me all at the break.
I was no. It's not. It's a Twitter war. Like it's a big Twitter thing right now.
Oh.
So it's like I might not know these people personally, but I follow them or they follow me or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've never like met them, so it's like.
Right.
Ooh, I have a funny story to tell you when we're done.
So, anyways, I had been thinking about it, and some people were asking me questions about it, like, hey, look, I know we shouldn't get drunk, but is it ever okay to drink wine?
I like the in
It was me.
moderation for
Is
the
it-
stomach's sake.
Is it ever okay to drink?
Right.
Like, if it touches your tongue, is it a sin? Right. So I did a study on it for Sunday school,
Mm-hmm.
and I was hesitant to do it because I'm like, I don't know if I'm even qualified to do this. Like, so I ran it by Dad. I'm like, hey, Dad, look,
Did you drink
It's
first so you would know what it?
I had to calm
Well, it's
myself
because it's
down.
one of those things where, like, if you even
like-
if you study it out, if you just
try it.
if
Well,
you
it's like-
just missay a sentence, somebody's like, got him, and they're
Yeah.
gonna run with it.
Right.
Yeah.
You
So-
can't tase
well-
anyone without being tased, so you have to
Yeah.
try it first.
I don't know. I'm pretty good at tasing people.
You have to get wasted before you can properly preach
you
on
have
it.
to get. You have to
Someone told me one time. Someone told me they said that these exact words: "You would be so fun drunk."
I've heard that.
Right?
before.
And I said, I don't. Why would I ever want to do that? This person was pretty close to me. I was like, why would I ever want to do that? I said, God wants me to preach. I said, I don't want to go mess up my life. And he goes, you got to have something to preach about. Dead serious.
That's
And I
ridiculous.
remember where I was.
Need
And
some
I was a
stories.
teenager. I was
Save
like,
their name.
I was like,
That's so weird.
gotta have something to preach
I
about.
had somebody say that
There was a sign.
So you have nothing to preach about.
There was a
That's-
sign in like Ocean City one time. This is not probably the most.
Apparently, but Paul, apparently I don't. Based off of your
I love it.
recollections
No
of it.
one gave me
I
the
love
time
how
of day.
me and Harrison started talking at the same time. Both paused to look at each other to let the other one go,
I
and
just
then
went-
Dustin's like, "Now's my chance."
It says empty air. I gotta prioritize that.
Sorry.
There was a sign in Ocean City. It said, "No good story started with a salad." Start with me grabbing a salad. As far as anyway,
I get
kids don't drink.
it. I get it.
And drive.
Oh man. Interesting though. There are 75 passages of scripture
Mhm.
that are against negative, say avoid altogether
Right.
alcohol.
Yeah.
More than adultery,
Mm-hmm.
fornication, homosexuality,
Mhm.
lying, stealing,
Right.
pride.
Mhm.
Almost more than any other subject in
Yeah.
the Bible, it says stay away from alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, people take the few verses where it says have a little wine for thy stomach's sake, or they take a passage where Jesus made water into wine,
Yeah.
and people run with those. All right, so
I'm gonna need you to stop sniffing. That's pretty gross.
oh yeah.
Cameron, if you could get
Well-
it under control.
Anyways, what?
You get out of the Bible what you want to get out of it. I mean, if you're like, I think you preached about it before. It was
It's not even that. You have to
think it was you.
ignore blatant
no. What I'm saying, like, if you're
blatant advice
if you're
against.
reading if you're reading the Bible with the mindset, I want to drink, like, God, like, if you ask God to show you a verse to let you drink, He'll show, like, He'll give you something, and then you can run with it. But if you ask God for truth, He'll give you truth, and then whatever the truth is what the truth is. You don't have to.
I have Philippians 4:13 on my beer cooler.
I can do all things through Christ.
that
That's so funny.
As I go down to my wine cellar.
One of my favorite things to go to for when they talk about the water into wine
Mhm.
and the argument against like new wine
Yeah.
versus like fermented wine
Mm-hmm.
is if you go to Numbers 6,
Mm-hmm.
that gives the rule set.
Number 624.
Look at that. Yeah. You go to number 6 and it gives the rules of
Yeah.
what Nazarite vow
Speaking to the
is.
children
Mhm.
of Israel and saying to them, when I had this in my notes. These are
Yeah,
my
that-
notes from Sunday school.
Yeah.
So when either man or woman shall separate themselves, the vow of a Nazarite to separate themselves unto the Lord, he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar of wine or vinegar or strong drink. Neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor ye eat moist grapes or dried all the days of his separation. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Bible makes a very clear
Yes.
distinction of what wine is and what liquor of grapes is.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
And then after the Nazarite completes his vow, and God says, now that he's completed his vow,
Yeah.
he's allowed to do this, and this, but never does God say, and now he's allowed to drink.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
That one,
The
that
Nazarites
stipulation
aren't
stays
supposed.
on
Yeah,
there.
the Nazarites aren't supposed to drink anything from the grapevine.
Right.
And the reason for that is people get so confused because when wine's in the Bible, and this is history, this is fact, it isn't just blowing smoke. It doesn't mean alcoholic wine.
Right.
Yeah, in Isaiah, you have new wine. And
Right. There's
Yeah.
new wine. Jesus said, "When I'm not going to drink of the vine until I drink it
Yeah.
anew."
If
in
you're
my
in a
kingdom."
wine press, you're stepping on grapes.
Right.
Yeah.
But every
Grape juice is
time
coming out.
wine is
Dustin's
in the
feet
Bible,
would make it fermented.
every time wine is in the Bible
That's good.
doesn't mean it's fermented wine,
Right.
and it doesn't mean it's not fermented.
Mhm.
Right.
Belteshazzar is drinking at a party, and they're all wasted and drunk. Okay, that's alcoholic. The Bible doesn't, and this is what I was saying yesterday. It doesn't. Back then, it wasn't like I said. The doghead bird,
Whatever,
in
yeah.
Lewis. Like
Mhm.
they're putting out stuff that they know is alcoholic, or
Right.
making it there. These people were making wine in their backyards to drink. And
Right.
it wasn't like a spectrum of this could be alcoholic, this could not be alcoholic. The longer it sits, the longer it ferments, it becomes alcoholic.
Mhm.
But there's wine that's not alcoholic.
Yeah.
It's grape juice. So you told the Levites, or he says, look, I have it right here.
It's probably just to avoid it. To
Yes,
that way
because
they
it
don't
says to
even take
the
a chance.
he told the priesthood, don't drink it. Leviticus told priests not to drink so they could discern between holy. It says, lest you die, it shall be a statute throughout your generations that you may put a difference between holy and unholy. So he didn't want them messing up and accidentally drinking wine
Yeah.
that is permissible, that's not alcoholic,
Right.
but to drink it and be like, oh, this is on the right side, or this is actually turning, or whatever.
Yeah.
But then he puts clear specifications when it turneth itself aright. That's how you know that the wine is gone. Like it's fermented. It's alcoholic. But alcoholic wine can be to the point of can get you drunk without being crossed that line of turning itself aright. So you could have some and not know it's alcoholic. That's what happened to Noah. I think Noah, when he drank, the atmosphere changed. The fermentation process changed. He drinks the wine, wasted.
So
And look what happened to his family. Look
You-
what happened to Lot's family.
you subscribe to the greenhouse theory?
The greenhouse theory? Yes, I do. I do. So,
We'll bring that back up on our
it's-
dinosaur episode.
It's just like dope. Like, like you never know like if it's good weed or bad weed. You should just smoke cigarettes instead.
yeah, well
Yo, actually, this is funny.
I-
This is funny. Last night at church,
I might
somebody
have a jewel pot in my pocket.
last night at church after service, Mike Easter comes walking off the stage and he looks at the altar and there's like a can of like skull.
Mm-hmm.
And
on the altar?
yeah, so he picks it up, right? He picks it up and I see him pick it up,
Did
and
he
I go,
open it?
well, I go, hey, Brother Mike, what you got there, right? Because I see him pick it up. So I'm like, oh, everybody look, our pastor's got skull.
Lip ain't gonna pack itself. You know?
And he goes like this. He goes,
Oh my gosh.
he like shakes it. He goes, it's empty. Somebody just left an empty can of skull here. I was like, at that point, it's just trash. What are we doing here?
It's like they weren't
It's the
giving up
thought.
their
It's the thought.
they
Yeah.
weren't giving up their sin. They were
This
like,
was my last can.
Well, they were trying to make it look like they were giving it up, but they were like, "Oh, damn, why?"
Maybe they
didn't feel like walking
maybe
to the
they emptied
bathroom.
it in the trash can before they got there. You know,
he went up to the altar, he packed his lip, and he left the can.
it's like, Lord,
He comes back.
he's like, in Jesus' name I pray.
That's so conflicting.
no, he'd be praying like slobber juice around. The last bit, like sucking out that slobber.
He's like, in
Can you
Jesus' name
imagine
I pray.
what?
And then
Lord,
guys, in that line of
help me.
yo, I love how we went from something so serious.
I have back to the serious thing. I have something to add.
Okay,
Go ahead, Dustin.
go ahead.
Okay,
Terrible.
so sorry. I know that I spearheaded this thing, but so one of the obviously the big point. So we're in the day and age now where people like their justification and like obviously there's people that really don't know their
people are
Bibles
what?
and their justification.
Oh, I thought
for
you said
why-
dressed for vacation.
Well, they are.
Yeah,
But-
bless God, I'm sick and tired of this casual dress standard of people in church
Yeah.
dressed for vacation.
I thought it said we're at a
No.
point where people are dressed for vacation, and I'm like,
We're
what does
at
that have
the-
to do
we're
with
at
anything?
people's justification as far as like trying to like spiritualize their drinking habits or whatever? And obviously, these are people that don't know their Bible at all. They might own one and they might go to church sometimes, but they're not whatever. But like they say this offhanded, well, Jesus drank wine. Like, well, show me.
You say, you hand them a Bible from the pew.
Yeah.
That's King James.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you say,
Show me right. Show me.
have
Where-
at it.
Where is it? Tell me. If you show me where it says that, I'll concede. But show me.
Yeah. He actually specifically said, I won't drink it.
Yeah, until I drink it new in the kingdom.
Yeah. So he like, nope.
That's
Got it.
there was
but
like
that's
there was like a push from people who aren't Bible believers, and I found like anytime you would get pushback for
Mhm.
being a Christian and a Bible believer, they'd be like, show me where Jesus says that this is wrong. Show me in the words are in red, and it's like,
Right. Well, let me tell you a list of things that Jesus
Yeah.
didn't say or the Bible doesn't say. Ready? He doesn't ever say don't do drugs.
Yep.
that's why I do them.
He doesn't ever say don't molest children.
Yep.
He says if you offend one of these little ones, it'd be better that you were thrown into the sea with a millstone about your neck.
Right.
But there's way more verses about drinking that says
Yeah.
stay away from it. He never says don't go to the slots and gamble your life away. He doesn't say, hey, you shouldn't actually direct message women
Yeah.
Right. Well, I forget.
if you're a married man.
I forget who
really,
it
if
was,
you're no one,
but somebody came back with the argument. It was like Jesus never said that being gay was wrong. He doesn't
I
say
saw
it in
that
red
last
words.
night on a
Yeah,
thread.
so stupid.
Somebody came back and goes, yeah, he didn't say slavery was wrong either.
That was on
Yeah.
the thing.
And it was
It doesn't say slavery is wrong
Well-
in the Bible, but we don't do it.
right.
Like-
well, the thing, like, it could be, I mean, you're. Sorry.
You excited, buddy?
I am.
worked up.
Because
He's worked up.
You're reading my notes.
no, I'm,
Yeah.
I was
No,
just,
no, no.
I-
You're
how
like,
about,
this is good stuff.
yeah, how about we just step
This
back,
is-
Cameron? Why don't you just give us your Sunday school?
There you
Watch
go.
football.
There you go. There it is.
Why don't you just write the script for each podcast in here? We just
yeah,
like
and then we
recite
just
it.
recited off of that. No, people are so shallow, and they expect everything in the Bible to be as verbatim as possible.
You're reading
like,
really well.
So
to go,
why
like-
would I seek to justify its presence in my life?
Nazarites
He's
were
like Joe
told not
Biden.
to drink the grapevine. Speak unto. Okay, but everyone wants everything to be given to them in the most clear. Like they want there to be no room for error. And then if there's any amount of space that could be filled with whatever they want, then they just dump it in there. And, you know, whether that's drinking or gambling or smoke. Well, Jesus doesn't say you can smoke cigarettes. Like, well, they didn't exist then, you moron. But obviously, like, that's an implication that you shouldn't do that. I mean, number one,
Right.
you're destroying your body. Number two, it's an addiction. Addiction's
What
bad.
was it?
What?
Mike Easter. He gives this argument for smoking cigarettes. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, how's smoking cigarettes a sin? And he goes, do cigarettes kill you? Yeah. Oh well, for the wages of sin is death. and
Yeah.
huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Filterless camels. I saw it in there.
So,
I saw it.
What if
Lighted
someone
a
left
camel.
Although
So
they-
what if someone left
Yeah.
someone left a pack of
Biblical.
cigarettes out on the altar and it's empty? Like, you're smoking in church.
So, no, basically though, after doing, because I've never really even heard a full message just on not drinking.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
I was really
talked about often
Yeah.
from the pulpit, mention the main verses from Proverbs 23 quoted, but you just don't hear.
because you're trying to also find a balance of preaching the whole counsel. I know
Right,
Pastor
you don't-
Clark did.
right.
Jesus was not a bartender
Right.
Yeah.
with
Right.
water
But
and wine.
so after studying like for literally probably just 5 hours throughout a Saturday,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense because
You just
for
have
one-
to walk past
yes.
clear.
okay,
Direction
so
not
you
to.
want to let's
See
take,
what you want.
Let's
Yeah.
take the Bible says he says the deacon's not given to much wine, right? And then he says to Timothy, have a little wine for thy. He says, drink no longer water.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a standard.
That's right.
I
That's
stopped
exactly
doing that a
what
long
he
time
says.
ago.
Also,
Drinking water.
He
I
says,
think it
don't
was
need it.
because water
crushed.
was like it was more sanitary almost
Yes,
to drink
but the po-
wine than it was
yes,
to drink water.
Yes, but even the point is, he said, drink no longer water.
So it's grape juice.
So what was he drinking? Water. What was he not drinking regularly? Wine.
Right.
It's like, David, you're sick. Why don't you go, instead of trying, NyQuil or whatever medicine you're using that's not working, you've never tried this try this medication will probably help. So he wasn't a regular habit of him doing it, but there was exception for when you were sick.
I mean, if you've had like bad water, it messes up with your stomach. So,
Yeah, when there's
Avoid
an
it.
exception
Flint.
for being sick. Now,
Flint.
if you go to the doctor right now and say,
I don't go to the doctor.
well, if you go to the doctor and you have something wrong with your stomach or whatever, and you're like, Doc, I don't need any medication, I'm going to drink some alcohol. He would say you're insane.
Yep.
I'll shotgun right in front of him.
Yeah. He'd say you're insane.
All the nurses are like,
Because
chug, chug, chug,
It's
chug.
not that medical.
The person,
Guys,
like,
you
with
guys
all
are
the
fools.
straps on him, like,
You're a fool.
You imagine
pour
going,
some in my IV, why don't you?
you go to the hospital, like, hey, you have cancer. Here's a beer.
If we put that clip out, we'll get 1 billion views because people are like, what do they think on this? Let's say this. Let's do this. Let's make a clip that says, I personally think it's okay to social drink.
It's already out there now.
And then that will go on YouTube
I'll put it on
and
Twitter.
like our Instagram, and people are gonna be like,
People are gonna like be
Hot take.
like just that's perfect.
I'm going to clip it, put it on Twitter.
I'm going to. And it was like, you want to hear my full statement?
It's going to
Yeah.
be on like IFB preaching clips.
Yeah.
No, they would like that.
Said it. Gays are
They'd be
good.
like, they'd be like, yeah. You always say something like borderline. We want to hang people. Basically, it's like always borderline. Let's tar and feather them. And
I have never ever said that.
no, but everything you say
out
is
loud.
like even as much as I don't agree with sodomy, like he is like so far like for as many people listen, he's like, let's hang them.
That
That's how
no.
you come across.
Cameron wants to hang the gays. You said it. He heard it. I mean, dang it. I said it backwards.
All right,
I'm
we don't
done.
want to hang
Sorry.
anyone. Everyone needs Jesus.
Oh.
So every time I start going further into the alcohol
Sorry.
thing, you fools make a
I know.
joke. So are we done, or are we gonna? What are we like?
Alcohol's not a joke, Cam.
Yeah.
I take it very seriously.
Yeah. It's a wonderful
Identity
vacation.
theft's not a joke, Harrison.
Millions of people are affected every year. Oh my gosh.
So stupid.
I follow
So that's
the
fun.
Office fan page thing on Instagram, and they give like
did you
clips
see
every
that?
day.
I sent the Rainn Wilson clip,
Did you?
not clip, but like the tweet that he did about the
read it.
anti-Christian agenda.
Did he?
Where there was a movie there recently, or like
didn't
The
read
Last of Us, based on a game,
Mhm.
that there was a preacher who was like quoting Bible verses, and he's like, I knew this guy was gonna be the bad guy, and sure enough, he was like the bad guy because he was quoting the Bible.
Oh yeah. Anytime there's a Christian in a TV show, I'm like, oh,
wait,
how
wait,
long
wait.
until
So-
they make this guy the
So
villain?
Yeah.
but he was
Rainn
Like-
Wilson put that tweet out like
he was,
probably-
but he's against the anti-Christian.
no, he's
stuff
like
or
it's
for it?
great as far as it's crazy. He's like he tweeted out, it's
All right.
crazy how.
It says, David, we have a thing. I'm tired of you hearing your guys' voices. David needs to watch this, then decide if he can beat the ants. I don't know if this is going to be blocked on our YouTube. It's going to take it down.
How long is this video?
I don't know what that is. That's an ad.
It's a game show.
Is there ants?
Oh, there's ants.
It's Ant-Man.
All right, it's 12 minutes.
I don't want
We're
to.
not-
watch
we
it on
don't.
my
We
own
can't
time.
watch that yet.
Watch
Yeah.
it on my own time. Sorry, Bliss.
Back, Harrison. What were you
Brandon
saying?
Bliss.
Brandon
and
Bliss.
then
That sounds like
who
a
else?
wrestling
Rainn
Who else?
Wilson
name.
is like observant that Hollywood.
All right,
is
here's
anti-Christian.
a-
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to know what his take was on
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, look
Did
at
we
this
read Mike
guy.
Matero's message last time?
I don't think we
I'll
did.
read it.
All right, go ahead.
Hey guys, I couldn't remember your email. I was trying to see how I was going to say it, and I also couldn't remember if you read messages on. Is that spelled right? No, it's not. He spelled messages wrong.
He did. What an
On
idiot.
Instagram
What a
or
bald-
not, but here it goes.
Let's look at his profile. What's this?
Tell me he's
He's
He's got a hat on. You can't tell.
Wow.
Got a hat on.
Look, he's married.
nice.
It's gonna like play his story on.
Nice kid, you dummy.
Oh, I forgot Saya got married.
Who?
Josiah Hanks.
Oh, Josiah.
Hanks.
Yeah, yeah. Look, here he is. Look at that bald head.
Look at that
Look
thing.
at this guy.
Smooth as a baby's bottom.
I was in Mike's wedding.
Why does that? He looks like a high school basketball
He does
coach.
look like a high
Yeah, he
school
does.
basketball coach.
Go back to the.
All right, here we
thing.
go. Finish with the
Uh,
whatever that was.
Feel free to call blah 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 blah. Blah. I hope I'm not confused, but I'm 99% sure, with no space, the calling segment is separate from the singles dating segment. I'm pretty sure my wife would be upset if I accidentally signed up for that. That's true. That's true.
We'd let her know.
We would let her know. Hey,
Kenzie, you're going through a rough time.
hey, wait a minute. Anyways, so sorry to hear about the recordings that got corrupted. Wasted time and lost content would make me so depressed, but cheer me up. I'm
Cheer
sure.
up.
Oh, but cheer up. I'm sure there will be many more hilarious moments that come from the calls. Also, I dare all of you stand on a table and to sing 4-part harmony as loud as you can of the VeggieTales theme song at your local library without warning. And I want video proof or it didn't happen. That is all. Love you guys. I've been a committed listener since day one. I thought I said day 11 at first because
I don't know where our local
people
library
use
is.
library
do
stuff?
you like to waltz with tomatoes?
You're not on a table.
Dang it.
No, don't.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
All four of us.
Dude, I saw that going
Can't
bad.
table.
No, hold on. Do you
you
like
hear
to talk to tomatoes? Can a squash just make you smile?
If a squash can make you smile.
Whatever. Do you like to waltz with potatoes up and down the grocery
Produce aisle.
Dang it! Would you leave me alone?
That.
Now we got a show for you.
Aisle.
VeggieTales.
Once he gets going, it's
I know,
Sorry.
I know.
oh,
There's
every time you say that sorry word, I'm gonna punch your nose.
Then
There
I'll
was a
say it
guy. There was a
again.
guy who did like a remix version of the VeggieTales theme song, and it makes me laugh.
Okay,
Really?
so
Yeah.
let's unpack this.
I'm gonna look it up.
All right, what are we
Spotify.
unpacking?
Let's have a segment called "Let's Unpack This."
Let's
'cause
unpack this. Number one, your head. Weird. Done. I don't care.
Do you know, Mike?
No.
he doesn't.
I'm just kidding.
It's better this way. It's better this way. Here's
It's
what
not
Dustin
that
does.
even
Dustin is this. He goes, and we look at him, and he goes, every time he gets like micro offended, like,
I just want to be.
and then he goes like, and
just
we're
have-
like, what are you doing? He goes,
VeggieTales.
It's like Mia with the shock car. Like goes off and you do it and like
VeggieTales.
walks away, but like
VeggieTales remix. Is it bad?
what?
We'll listen to it later.
is it
Okay.
like a trap remix of like
yeah,
VeggieTales?
and he like raps to it. It's so funny.
Is it bad? Yeah, we'll watch it later because it's bad.
Well, it's not
no,
bad. It's just
shorter
it's
than 12
pointless
minutes.
to play on the.
Talk to tomatoes if a squash
Pull
can
this
make
crap off.
Yeah, dude, he's so funny.
potatoes
Shut it off.
He's got like a
Want
Christmas
that
album.
devil music.
He's got a Christmas album that makes
Right.
me laugh. So,
So,
hard.
I dare you, all of you, to stand on a table and to sing 4-part harmony. All right, this is first of all like
Impossible.
we
They'd kick
would
us out of the library.
no
You can't talk in those things.
harmony as loud as you can. This sort of without warning, and I want you to prove.
Did you just stroke out?
I'm trying to figure out where it says library. Oh, local library. There it is.
What in the world?
So why? That's illegal. You can't just stand on people's property like that.
Yeah, and you can't talk in libraries.
And
That's
I'm
a-
pretty
that's a
sure
big
it's
sin.
illegal to cut your hair like that. Michael? No, I'm just joking. Should we call him and try and,
Well, it's that number, right?
you know?